Morning. I didn't wake up at all last night, and that's strange for me. I usually at least wake up once to go to the toilet. And I wake up with the word postmodernism in my head. It's just going over and over and over. Postmodernism, postmodernism. Why? I don't know. Post meaning before, isn't it? So postmodernism is before it was modern. So my idea of why I've woken up with that word in my head is because we're going back to before modern. Yes, we probably will take our technology with us. You know, technology's not a bad thing. I mean, it is when you use it badly, with distractions from so you don't live your real life. Today it's like somebody else's perspective of stuff is like puts things together a little bit. I suppose that's what it's all about, is, you know, us all telling each other's perspective of things, and then putting the puzzle pieces together for yourself. You know, I want to go on the road because for so many reasons. Like, I've wanted to do it before, and it's funny when the universe, you want to do something, and if you don't end up doing it through fear or whatever, the universe will give you something else to learn. Yeah, the last time, I've always wanted to go around Australia. I mean, you know, when Brody was 18 months old, so I was like 18, no, maybe 19, and my sister was living in Broome, and so me and my mum and my dad and my kid jumped in a car with a caravan on the back, and we headed straight up, went to Darwin, ran to Broome, down to Perth, and back again. I have a feeling I said this yesterday. But I don't know, I think it opened up my brain to, you know, more than just my own backyard. I mean, I knew there was, obviously, but I don't know. And then, okay, so 8-9 years ago, I had my hiatus. I have photos of it somewhere. I had my hiatus, and we were going. I had Brody set, but then, you know, I was thinking about it last night, and when I got with my ex, it was not long after I'd sort of sold up my bloody travel and shit, and like, I tried to bloody kill myself. How did I do that? Oh yeah, I took a whole heap of pills. See, that's how I do that, because there's no other way of doing it for me. I accept trying to drive off Mount Bunnyong with a, you know, body full of alley after I try and cut myself up, which I can't do. Anyway, about a week before I met him, I had tried. And I was wondering, like, how did I get from being in such a high going around Australia to meeting him a week after I had tried to kill myself? And it was because it was that high and the low. I think it was about probably a year after I'd sold it all up, and yeah, of course I was in a low. And it was only getting lower. And then he came along, and then it went up, and then it went even lower, and there was a lot of up and downs in between. But, you know, that wasn't his fault. I mean, part of my brain is thinking that yes, it is, and another one is no, none of any of this is our fault. We're all walking different paths. We've all got lessons to learn. If we don't learn them, we just live on repeat. And you know, he's just living on repeat at the moment, and I was living on repeat for way too long. I don't do repeat well. If you haven't noticed, I change my mind every fucking second on what I want to do, on what my ideas are, on what fucking I believe. It can be a second to second, moment to moment thing. Like yesterday, I was getting a caravan. Brody's coming with us. Yep, everything's cool. Then someone puts seed in my head. And now I'm thinking, do I want to swap the Jeep for a minibus? Because we can always take the bikes with us. But then if I do that, I have to drive the bus to work. Because I'm going to have to work up until the day I leave. Obviously I'm going to have to tell them, you know, give them plenty of notice. So I'm thinking I want to give them 2 months notice. But then I say that, and what are we in October? I wanted to leave at the end of the year. So that means I'm telling them I'm giving them notice in about in the next month or so. Which means I need to get my butt into gear and actually get this shit organised. But it's happening. You know, it's something I've always wanted to do. I think it's something the universe wants me to do, because who wouldn't want me to do it? You know, I want to go around to all the places where they're doing earth ships and horticulture and permaculture and you know, all these people that are actually doing all this new age stuff, because there's people out there doing it, and they're all doing this community stuff. Oh, it's amazing. I slept until 3:50 and didn't wake up once, and I think I'm more tired than what I normally am. Oh, so yeah, the plan is, I'm not the only one with this plan, to go to all those places that everyone is doing community together stuff and videotape it and join in and have fun and learn stuff, to take on to the next place to do all that fun stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people, and like, you know, I'm one of those people that sit in my lounge room and, you know, woe is the world and stuff. I've been talking a lot about it. I'm fucking sick of being a hypocrite. So I need to walk my talk or I will go mental again. And I'm determined not to have another breakdown. Like, fuck. Yeah, okay, I learn every time I have one. It's all an experience. But who wants to do that shit again? I mean, yeah, I've always been chasing those highs. I love being happy. I love being on top of the world. And I know it's a bipolar thing. Obviously, it's a borderline personality thing too. To have your manic highs and your manic lows, and like I remember talking to my psych lady. Why can't I live in the high all the time? What's fucking wrong with that? And, you know, as they said, it's not a bad thing to be happy all the time, but when you're in a manic high, you don't pay attention to the little things, like eating, feeding kids, cleaning houses, doing gardening. But isn't it doing those things, finding the high in those things? doing mundane, boring, day-to-day things with a sparkle. You know what I mean? It's enjoying every moment of doing it all. Oh my God, I have had. And like, oh, maybe it's because it's been raining the whole time. Yesterday, ever since yesterday, I've had the sneezes. Oh, it's really ridiculous. But like, you know, listening last night and how we're all on different levels and we don't progress up each level and then we get to the prize at the end. It's like we go up a few levels and then we bounce back down to a level that we couldn't figure out before, but now with this new knowledge we can figure it out again. So it's like, okay, I wanted to go around Australia before, but obviously I needed to learn some lessons first. So I met Steve, learned a shitload of lessons. I'm still learning them with him because as much as I've detached from the person, because we're not, I love the guy, I really do. There's so many good things about him. But going on levels, we are so on different levels. And, you know, he's a nasty pasty. And he's concrete and, you know, there were fears there that, you know, he brought up all my old daddy issues, you know, fears of abandonment. Oh, what was the other one I was saying? Like every ex-boyfriend I've had have all been very similar, very narcissistic. The last one was the worst. So, and I quite freely have said to people that I believe that I have narcissistic tendencies. I know I do. I mean, look at me, I'm on camera. And I have a huge ego, and I do think that the world revolves around me. And these are things that everybody thinks though, because their world does revolve around them. Like, so many things I was listening to last night, and it's like, yes, yep. Haven't finished them all though, so I don't know if you've put them, because I just got carried away last night thinking. I've got to start writing again so I can actually stream them into thoughts, because even though it didn't seem like they were in streamed thoughts, I could still remember the thoughts, so I can't even remember them anymore. But, what was I saying? Oh, see, I feel like going back, skipping back, and what did I just say then? Oh, fuck. What was I saying? Anyway, going back and learning the lesson that you didn't, because now I'm equipped to learn the lesson of going around Australia. Now I know I've still got shit to let go of. I know I've probably still got fears of abandonment and attachment, but I think you learn them at different levels. Like, you know how you like, I thought I'd already learnt that, and then it came and smack, and then I thought I was helping somebody else with that lesson, when in fact I hadn't learnt it yet. I think I'm at the stage where that's all okay. I'm hoping I haven't got any major lessons to learn until I've gone. You know, my major lessons now are keep my fucking house clean, do my fucking gardening, and sort out my fucking money. That's it for me at the moment. I don't want any more lessons. I mean, yes, okay. I just got another fucking theory to go and look up and I forgot to look it up. What was it? I did watch the other day that apparently we all came from giants. We were all once giants, and rocks are the fragmented leftover pieces of the giants. And can I just say, as I was saying last night, well, as you were saying last night, all this shit makes sense. All of these conspiracy theories make sense. As I said, I don't know how the polar shifts are going to swap over when the Earth's flat. But I'm thinking that in terms of the South Pole is infinite. Because the North Pole's the little one and it's got the hollow Earth in it at the top. Or in the middle, in the middle. It's the little bit, and then you can go in it, and that's where your hollow Earth comes from. And your South Pole is the ice caps around the flat Earth. And I guess in my mind, that part was infinite. But then there was that guy saying that on the other side of the South Pole was a place the same size as South America. There was lush and green and all that sort of stuff. But then you've got the dome, which, so there's like an end to what's around. Like the South Pole, there's a limit. It's not limitless. So if there's a limit and we're in a dome, I guess they can swap over. Still fucking hard to do, but apparently doable, even if we're a flat Earth. But that would mean that there's a dome. Oh, well, not a dome as such, but there's an edge. See, in my mind, if it would be limitless. So anyway, we were giants. If you look at rocks, oh my god, yeah, they could, yeah. Because my theory of rocks being living just at a different density, maybe they were giants and they were fragmented pieces come off and they are still living. Because they are living. You know, you can see an aura out of a rock. You have to be pretty good, I suppose, but I saw one out of a pot plant. Why can't you see one out of a rock? The pot plant was real. Tissue box wasn't, though. But somebody made it. There's an energy field attached to it. Why can't you see it? Everything's made out of energy. Even the man-made things. Man-made things had energy put into them. They were made with energy. So fucking rocks, dude. Why not? Giants. You know, the makeup of an Aboriginal. You know, in Tasmania they had dwarves. And some other part of Australia they had giants. You know, the makeup of an Aboriginal, they have all different types of genes, all different gene types in their, you know, DNA makeup. I don't even know what words I'm trying to use. But they have dwarfism, they have giantism, and they have all isms in between. And I'm sure Africans do too. You should look into that. Because there's a woman, Rashida, I think. She's obviously African American. and some of her posts on Facebook are fucking awesome. The more I fucking read it and watch it and see it and everything, the more I feel bad about being a white man. I am. I want to do that DNA test because my surface family tree, you know, the one that I can see and look up and all that sort of stuff, I'm English, Irish, Scottish. The blood of the ancestors that fucking did all this shit. The English. But Catherine Parr. Catherine Parr was King Henry VIII's last wife. She was the only one to... She nursed him on his deathbed, looked after his 3 kids, did best she could for him. She had a big heart, that woman. She could have fucking big brain too. She could have bloody been headed so many times. Because back in the day, it was Catholicism before Henry VIII, and they were trying to bring it over to Christian, which I'm thinking in my head, Catholicism is the Roman Church, the Pope. He tells you what is going on. You know, they all have it in, what's that? My brain's not working. Okay, so they read the Bible in Latin, and then translated it to the people. And that's how Catholicism was. You know, you had to have the Pope to tell you what the religion was. And then, I think, is it Christian? They were trying to bring the Bible to the people so people could read and interpret it in their own way. And that went against the Roman Catholic Church because, you know, you can't interpret the Word of God. You know, this is the Word of God. We can only speak the Word of God, and you have to listen to everything we say and then give us money for it. Whereas, you know, Christians were trying to spread the Word of God through the Bible and give it to just any layman they could interpret it the way they wanted. That was heresy in the Roman Catholic Church. So, I think... Now, I read all this fucking a long time ago, but I love royal history, because, I don't know, it just is. Everything interests me. Anyway, so King Henry, he was, cool, I think people should have the Bible, but he had so many advisors that told him so many different other things and that he kind of listened to all of them. It's probably why he was such a mental cunt. And so basically, you know, the reason why he beheaded and divorced all these women is because his advisors wanted to keep him in their pocket. And having these wives that spoke out or did bad shit or slept with other people or whatever wasn't a good thing. Anyway, come along Catherine Parr. Now this woman could have been beheaded a lot of times. She was a smart woman. She used to hold, she believed in the Bible. She tried to sway Henry into, keeping the Bible and all that sort of thing, and his advisors were like, no, the Catholic Church were like, no, you got to get rid of this woman and whatever. And so they tried to charge her with heresy for like so many times, and they'd come and search her rooms and stuff for heresy books and stuff, and they'd always be hidden because she'd always be bloody told about it beforehand. And yet she used to hold readings in her royal chambers. And like, you know, all these weird and cool people would come to her chambers and they'd read and philosophise and, you know, interpret the Bible and to how they think it would have been. And, you know, she was ahead of her time. And she was the first woman, now I can't remember exactly what year it was 15 something I think. She was the first woman ever to publish a book in her own name. Now, I think her second book was Laments of a Sinner. Something of a Sinner. Which basically went through her life and sort of doing what we're doing now. You know, going through the bad shit you've done and why it might have happened and, you know, how you can learn from it. And I haven't read it. This is just my interpretation of what she might have written, because I got her DNA in me. And now I know that sounds really weird, but it's like, okay, I'm still not 100% on board with all of this. I'm so much closer, like, you know, 99. You know, as much space and energy we've got in us, that's how much I believe in this. But there's still that little part of matter that matters, because it's the part I don't. Anyway, I gotta stop going off track because then I forget what I'm trying to say. I got her DNA in me. What does that mean? Well, it means that whatever negative, you know, whether it's an entity or just an energy, or, you know, we have to have a polar, so if there's good there has to be bad. So that doesn't necessarily mean there's a devil or there's bad entities or bad aliens trying to sabotage shit. It means that if there's good energy, there's bad energy. And we've just got to win out on the good. I still don't get it yet. That's why I want people to comment and figure it out with me. And now I know that no one's going to comment and look at it and whatever if I don't put it out there. But that's okay. Yeah, each day I've at least had 2 views, I suppose. Yesterday I don't think I had any. But that's okay. I'm doing this for me, not for you. I mean, I'm doing it for everyone, but not everyone's going to be on board with it. We all have our own truth. You know, this is mine. Not everybody asks the questions. You know, what's this life all about? What's going on? What, why, where, why, how, you know? Most people are just content to live their lives. And they're the one that thinks I'm totally fucking stark raving mad, because I'll get really interested in something, jump straight into it, and then get bored really easily. So go jump something else, and then get really bored. And it's just never ending. You know, I'll start a job. I really like the job, but there's always more. There's always more. Always more! That's what I was saying last night. If I slow down, get worried. Don't get worried when I'm like this and changing my mind and ideas every fucking second. Don't get worried, because I've always done that. Get worried when I stop doing that. That means I've started getting depressed or feel stuck, and that's when you start worrying about me, when I stop. Because I'm the fire horse. And yeah, okay. All the ideas I have in my brain at the moment seem so far-fetched and so out of reach. But I wanted to go around Australia last time, and yes, okay, I had the means and ways to extend a loan and get a high ace. I don't have that means and ways anymore. But the universe is fucking infinite. You know? They keep telling me the universe is infinite. So how am I going to get 20 grand in my pocket by next week? Universe? I gotta work to make it happen, but how do I work to make 20 grand fucking happen? I mean, you know, do I want a caravan? Do I want a minibus? What do I want? First step is figuring out specifically what you want. Because I want to keep the Jeep, but I can understand the idea of, you know, the caravan will be an inconvenience. But if I get a minibus, that's going to be an inconvenience because I'm not going to... Look, the van's too small. Brody's not going to come with me in a van. I don't know. There's good and bad for it all. So anyway, if anyone is watching, please give me some advice. Or 20 grand. Okay. See you tomorrow.